Wait, what? What? We can open? Yeah! Yes! 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 All right, gang. Well, I couldn't be more excited to be talking to you this evening. It appears that this may be the final rendition of the Infinity Underground video series that we have to do, because starting Monday, we can kind of get back after it a little bit. And we're super excited about that because we've learned over the course of this COVID lockdown that working out by yourself is hard. It's not possible to do. And we're proud of you for maintaining your fitness over the past several months. But by golly, we've learned that working out together in a communal fashion is far more effective, enjoyable, fun, and we're about to be able to do that again. So starting Monday, we are allowed by the executive order of the governor to resume that in some limited fashion. And let's talk a little bit about what that limited fashion might look like. Starting Monday, June 8th, gyms will be allowed to gather in group fitness classes outside in groups that are not limited as long as social distancing can be maintained. We are not going to actually at 8th Day Gym do our training in the parking lot. I don't feel comfortable with that from a safety standpoint. I don't feel comfortable from an equipment standpoint. Sacrificing all the equipment we have in a parking lot is going to be difficult. We are not able to do rubber in the parking lot. We can't pull it out of the building. We can't buy enough to cover the ground. It's just not feasible with our setup to work out in the parking lot. What if it rains? How do we move equipment in and out effectively? There's not a single flat spot anywhere out there in the parking lot that a barbell won't roll away from. So if we were to try to do it in the parking lot, you're basically going to be handed a kettlebell, and that will be your kettlebell for the next couple months. That sounds terrible to me. So our plan is to behave under the spirit of the law, which is that outdoor environments are safer because of airflow, because the ability to reduce density and duration of viral transmission. We can talk a little bit more about that later. Our downstairs garage space with the 4 garage doors and our body shop area, when the garage doors are open, effectively will operate as outdoor spaces, in my opinion. And that's the way that I feel comfortable moving forward starting on Monday. We will not be utilizing Narnia, that will be closed off, and we will not be utilizing the upper gym at this point. So those 2 spaces is what we're going to try to serve our membership out of. There will be challenges to that, but I think we can meet them. All right, so how are we going to pull it off? Well, in some ways, the downstairs garage and the body shop will look a lot like they do when we have competitions here, meaning that we're going to have boxes taped on the ground that will help you understand what those safe social distancing square footage areas look like. And we're going to ask you to keep your equipment as well as your body in those spaces while we train. Minus if we're going to do something running outside or cardio based, you can exit your boxes for those movements. But the boxes will be present to help guide you in feeling safe and comfortable with the space that you've got available to you. When you come in the building, we're going to request that everyone washes their hands. All the bathrooms are open, and some newly remodeled, and looking great for you to wash your hands and get them clean. Hand sanitizer, if we can find it, may be available, but I'm a firm believer that hand sanitizer is not as effective as hand washing, and if made available, you'll default to hand sanitizer over washing your hands, which is far more effective to wash your hands. So let's take the time to wash our hands before class and enter. Once you're done with your workout, we will have a bin of clean microfiber towels that you can take. You can take those when you start your workout or after your workout. And we'll have a bin for the dirty towels. We're going to do that instead of paper towels because A, they're going to be more effective at wiping the equipment down, and B, we're going to save money in the environment by not using ungodly amounts of paper towel going forward in the next couple months. So grab your towel, wipe your equipment down with the cleaning bottle solutions that will be in each quadrant for you to use. Following up with that, we're going to primarily focus on airflow. And once again, reiterating that airflow being the most important and largest factor in keeping you safe from any viral transmission. Density over duration. If you and I were to stand nose to nose and scream at each other for an hour, there's a high transmission load and density and duration.
If we whisper 10 feet apart for 5 minutes, that's on the lower end of the scale. In either of those scenarios, or wherever you're at on the scale, air movement and airflow make all the difference in the world. Carrying those particles, respiratory particles, away is the key. So we're going to really maximize airflow with the body shop as well as the garage. Yeah, so in terms of moving about the space when you arrive and when you leave, we are not going to be taping directional arrows or things of that nature. We have a lot of entrances, a lot of exits at the building. You've all been navigating COVID now for months. You're adults and incredibly intelligent people, so we're going to give you that space to navigate the building in between classes, before and after, on your own. Stay socially distanced as best you can. The occasional hug I know is going to happen, and I'm not going to be policing that because we're so dang happy to see each other, but let's be smart. Let's approach this thing with a good, clear awareness of how to get back into participation in fitness, health, and wellness effectively. All right, well, the time has also come to get all that equipment back in the building, which is quite a ginormous task to do. We'll try as best we can to keep it organized, but even in a disorganized fashion, we're going to get it done. Get all that equipment back in the building that's been wandering around Grand Rapids, Michigan for the past 3 months. We will be here tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday for you to start bringing it back. Make sure that you do encounter a coach or myself to get that recorded as to having been brought back on the spreadsheet, so we can account for the fact that we're not chasing you down a week or two from now trying to get that back. If you are someone who doesn't feel yet comfortable returning to the gym to train in our space, we are still going to be providing training and programming for you to stay at home. If that is you, and if that is something you want to keep doing, whether or not you have equipment, if you have a full kit at home and feel good, then just keep it and keep training at home. If you want more equipment, then we're going to need you to come back to the gym, and we're going to hand out some of the equipment to get you everything you need at home and get you situated. So we'll do a little bit of a transfer there once the equipment starts coming back in if you need more. If you have everything you need, you're good to go. Keep training at home, and we'll provide you with that programming. We will get you more specifics on the time frames that we will be here on Saturday and Sunday to accomplish that as well. I've got my kiddos, and I know we're going to come in and do some cleaning, but I'll get back with you on that for bringing it back over the weekend. But you can start bringing your equipment back tomorrow if you'd like, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but we need it back to get cranking for Monday. So please do that as effectively and efficiently as you can. I know some of you have equipment that required a truck, or a friend who had a truck, or a stranger who had a truck, or Ryan driving things, or Michael driving things all over Timbuktu. Let's try our best as we can in the community to arrange getting bikes and bigger pieces of equipment back. I suppose let's talk about one more thing, and that is racism and bigotry at 8th Day Gym. Obviously, with George Floyd's death, bringing that to the forefront once again. In America, I want to be very, very clear that 8th Day Gym is no place for that in any way, shape, or form. If I become aware of that kind of a belief system being proliferated at 8th Day Gym, or for that matter, in your personal life outside of the building here on social media, whatever, I'll act pretty swiftly on it and remove you from membership. I'll refund you for the memberships that you have paid, and you'll be gone out of our community. Enough is enough, and we're not going to tolerate that in any way, shape, or form at 8th Day Gym. So that's about it. I'm sure we've missed some details. That's fine. This was meant to be a gross covering of all the information that we could on video, as doing it in writing would have been too much, as well as more than any of you would have read. So instead, you got to look at my ugly face, try to cover all the bases before we get going again. And we will be going again soon. So looking forward to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, even Friday, where we're going to be getting after it together. So let's do this. Get after it.